We seeing it everywhere. On the streets, in the houses, even in electric devices. The evolution of lamps and light devices were not in the vain, so we got small amazing lamp called LED. Hello dear scientists. Today we gonna to tell you about amazing invention of 20th century. We called it LED, that means light emitting diode. In far centuries, people noticed that fire is not so strong as air, so it takes away the fire. And then in 1853 Austrian pharmacists Ignatius Lukasiewicz and Jan Zech in Lviv invented kerosene lamp, and it was solving all these problems with fire. And light. In those years was happened big progress in science and also in physics. And scientists realized that kerosene lamp is not the best way to light anything. Suddenly, scientist named Edison created a new universal and electronic solution, Edison's lamp. It based on helix of incandescence. Through a spiral Edison passed an electric current. And then Edison understood that it is a remarkable invention and it will be able to the world. But as well as each invention, it had many shortcomings. The lamp had a very small efficiency. And people continued to use mechanical lamps such as the kerosene lamp. Soon, electricity became widespread and Edison's invention gained worldwide recognition. But it didn't last long. Progress was also moving in chemistry. Then scientists realized that by taking mercury vapor under high voltage, you can get a bright blue-green glow. Covering it with a phosphor, they received a white glow, which was then new. The popularity of these lamps continues to this day, but they are gradually being replaced by LED lamps. In 1907, British scientist did interesting work. He used whole metal to create a light. Suddenly, in 1927 Soviet scientist Oleg Lasev repeated the same experiment. And he discovered the luminescence of a semiconductor junction. Then, based on Lasev's experiment, HOLONYAK created a similar LED similar to the modern one for General Electric. His former student, George Crawford of Russia, invented the world's first yellow LED and improved the brightness of red and red-orange LEDs 10 times in 1972. Before 1971, one small LED device that was very limited in his features costed at least $200. This year, scientist Jacques Pankov discovered a blue lighting diode. After that, company Monsanto started massive development of LEDs. 92nd was a chance for LEDs to become popular. And they did it. In 1989, Akasaki Isamu created his technology for a blue
As you noticed in the history, these small lamps use semiconductor as main way to shine as bright as they can. But if we try to look deeper, it becomes more interesting to learn. All the elements have their conductivity. Basically, semiconductor element has atoms, as all the things in this world. There is also a little amount of electrons that moving outside the atom. They moving absolutely randomly, but it's not so important. After moving, there is the hole, that means an empty place after electron migrating. After chemical work, there's much more electrons coming up on sapphire. When you trying to turn on the diode, electrons trying to find their position, so they go into these holes. And they moving up, step by a circle, with igniting of big amount of light.